you didn't have a license. You've been gone 26 years. How did they rally around and help you get your license? You said your brother got you your car.
My brother got me my first car when I came home. Then he traveled from Canton to Columbus for me to take my driving test.
Come on, man.
And I failed it. And he drove back down again for me to take it the second time.
And you passed it.
No, I failed it.
Oh, man.
Then he drove down the third time.
Come on.
And I got it the third time.
I am a man of honor, integrity, and promise. I pursue all righteousness. I love my family. I will not put my family in harm's way. There is nothing that will keep me from doing the right thing. I am an ambassador of hope and a man of discipline. I am a man worth following. I am a TYRO.
Welcome, Jerry. It is so good to have you here with us today. When I think about your journey and I think about where you've come from, man, I am not only impressed, I am inspired, man. But I want to share with the audience, what I want to do is talk about what led you up into getting incarcerated and what you did while you were there and how you were able to change your mindset and when you became a TYRO. And we're gonna talk about all those type of things. Maybe not in that order, but just a real general conversation and having a good time. Is that okay?
Yes. Before we get started, I got a little something for you, Ron.
What? Come on, man.
Yeah, I know you into your cars, your old school cars, but I'm into the NASCARs.
NASCAR. What do we got here?
I run there. That's Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Man, you know what? And what you don't know is I actually collect NASCARs. I don't have very many of them. I probably got like 10. Right? That I've gotten, because sometimes they're expensive, sometimes I can find them cheap, and most of them don't even have a box, because so that you could tell that tells you that they're not expensive.
Okay.
Right?
Well, you can give me the car back and keep the box. You have a box then.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Man, Dale Earnhardt. I know his dad passed away too in a race.
Yes, Daytona 500.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
So to tell me your past life, I don't want to dwell too much, but what caused you to get locked up? What were you doing? How old were you? Tell us about your childhood a little bit and what was going on.
Well, I'm from Canton, Ohio. I was like about 21, 20 years old, like a lot of young men then. I was into the streets, sold drugs, and I was dating a young lady who her child's father didn't approve of me dating her, and one night he ran up on me outside of a club, and it was words exchanged and stuff, and when it was over with, I just shot him like 4 or 5 times. And
so how much time did you do?
I did 27 years.
Wow, 27 years. And how long have you been home now?
March 1st would be 6 years.
6 years. Well, congratulations. You look great, man. You look great. Nobody could really, and you don't have penitentiary on you.
I'll try not to.
Yeah, you look good, man. So now you're home, or you wind up going to court, get found guilty for
murder.
You did 26 years. But what happened in prison? How did you manage that? Because 26 years, you had to see all types of drama and trauma.
Well, actually, they gave me 15 to life.
Okay.
But 3 years in, I still was a little wild and stuff. And I actually escaped from Trumbull Correctional Institution.
Well, you climbed the fence?
No, I ran the truck through the fence and took off.
Wow. What year was that?
That was 95.
1995.
Yeah, and they chased me for about 6 hours. They caught me and they gave me more time. And that's how I ended up in Lucasville. And that's where I met an officer, and he told me if I wanted to get out before I turned 50, I had to stop doing the things I was doing in there and being the way I was. Well,
so what year were you in Lucasville?
From 95 to 99.
Okay. Because I was there in 92.
Yeah.
For like 7 months.
Yeah. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I listened to the officer and I started doing the things on the list that he had me write out. And I just kept, every institution I went to, I just kept that list and I kept going over it. I'll complete the list, I'll go back over it, and I'll start new programs. That's how I ended up in TYRO, because I was looking for programs that I could get something from.
Yeah.
Something to better me.
Yeah.
And when I see a program, I'm like, okay, I investigated. That's okay. That's something that I need to change about myself. So when I seen TYRO and I started reading up on the Ridge Project, all that, I said, okay, my communication with my children, my communication with their moms, my communication with just women in general, how I look at them. And I said, this program might be able to help me. And that's when I went. And they told me a waiting list. I said, oh, no, I ain't doing no waiting list. They told me about it's going to take me 6, 7, 8 months to get in.
Man.
So I just started meeting Japhet at the door.
Okay.
Grabbing his bag, like, I got you, man. Carrying his bag up to the thing for him every day. Finally, he was like, man, he said, do you got a kite in to get in? I said, yeah. He said, all right, because I would walk into the class and just sit by the door. He like,
so you jumped the line, and he said, come on.
I said, man, I need this. I said, I'm hungry. I need this.
Yes.
And that's how I got in.
Man, wow. So you were at Richland Correctional at this time. And do you remember what year it was?
Oh, I got to Richland like in 04, 05.
Okay.
So it was somewhere after that. So I want to say like about 09, 08.
All right. So let's fast forward. So you're at Richland. Now that's a minimum security prison. So you worked your way down from a maximum prison all the way to a medium minimum prison. You went from maximum to close security. And close security, man, congratulations.
Yeah.
And so now you said you were doing 15 to life, but you got paroled.
Yeah.
Man, so they saw something. They said, all right.
One parole officer, his name was Mr. Hawk. He fought for me.
Man.
He's seen my institutional record. He's seen when I changed. And the warden, deputy warden at Mansfield, at Richland, all spoke for me. And he started fighting for me.
Well, congratulations and welcome home, man.
Thank you.
Welcome home. I mean, you've been home 6 years, and I know from my own journey, you know, every day is Christmas.
Oh,
man, look at every day is Christmas, right?
Finding your purpose should not be rocket science. Why is it in life when we get excited about something, when something comes our way and we know that this is our purpose, we know this is the reason why we were put here on earth, we allow life and the circumstances thereof to snatch our joy, to steal our dreams? Why is it that we allow those things to just suffocate our growth?
Because we make it so complicated. You need a program that shows you the process, that lays it out in front of you so that you know exactly when you're on track to unleash your fullest potential.
Because the word is, if you're faithful in the little things, you will be faithful in the big things.
In this program, we're going to teach you the process to actually reach your dreams. Some of you don't even know what your dreams are, so we're going to help you unlock that and unleash that. And then we're going to give you the process to step through all of the challenges, overcome every single obstacle in order to reach and achieve those dreams.
Part of the process of you becoming a new person for you is understanding what it means to be a TYRO, right? You're going to start reciting a pledge that is going to become your new mantra for your life, called the TYRO Pledge. And I promise you, this would change the way you think about you.
We're going to teach you the difference between a value statement and an observation. We're going to give you the formula on how to be successful in investing your time and energy. We're going to walk you through the process of developing a mission statement.
This is not going to be easy. This is not a cakewalk. But if you're ready to live up to your greatest potential, to take on every challenge that's in front of you and conquer them, then you're ready to be a TYRO.
You must know you are not on this path alone. As you go through this course, you're going to be going through this course with people all across the world. There are TYROs worldwide that are waiting to welcome you into this community, to become a person worth following and join the network that is transforming their lives and their communities.
The greatest honor of completing TYRO is to earn the TYRO pen. Many people from across the world, from all walks of life, have earned the TYRO pen by completing the 12 workshops that are in this program. But just because you signed up, and maybe you showed up for one or two of them, doesn't give you the right to earn the TYRO pen. You must complete this entire program to be pinned a TYRO.
This pinning is an outward symbol of something that's happened on the inside. Because throughout the TYRO process, you are going to be awakened to your purpose and your dreams. Your heartbeat begins to resurrect and beat again for the passion of being a leader in your home, your community, and your workplace.
If your dreams don't scare you, then you are not dreaming big enough. Sign up for this program if you're ready to be pushed to your greatest potential. Sign up for this program if you're ready to live the next level of life. You have what it takes. Everything that you need is right inside you. We're here to help you pull it out, your greatest potential. Quit running from yourself. Become the man or the woman that you were called to be here today, right now.
You're engaged, you got a full-time job, you got your license, tell me about what's going on. Tell me.
Oh man, I'm about to go get my CDLs.
What?
And well, I'm right now I'm testing in one of the trucks. It's a little 5-speed, so I just got to get back familiarized with shifting and stuff.
Yeah.
But the owner of the company I work for, he's sending me to Missouri. He got a school out there 2 days. You go in, you're there all day testing.
Yeah.
After the second day, if they say you're ready, you take your test, come back with your CDLs.
Wow, congratulations, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. We got Dan Williams who works here for us. He was in the system. We helped him get his CDLs, and he drove truck for almost 2 years before he volunteered here. And I'm talking about he got felony, but he's got hazmat certification.
Yeah.
So he's kept up on his CDL license, even though he's not driving semi, but his license is current. And yeah.
It's always good to have them. Never know when you need them.
Never know when you need it. Congratulations.
Yes.
So tell me about you got grandkids, you said, and what's going on there? You got
great grandkids.
Great grandkids.
Man, there's so many of us. Oh, man.
Praise the Lord. That's
I got a
awesome.
stepson. Get this, Ron.
Yeah.
I got a stepson that is like 2 years older than me.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
So you've been, like your family has not only, when you went in, it was real small. It was, but now your family is huge.
Ooh,
and you got all these people around you supporting you and celebrating you.
Yes.
So how important is family to you today?
That's it. That's all I do. I work, I go fishing, and I'm with the family.
With the family.
If I go out and do something, I'm with the family.
So you fish though?
Oh man, fish.
Did you tell Brandon you fish? You should have told Brandon. If Brandon could, he would probably stop what he's doing now if he can get paid fishing, and that's what he would do.
But see, Brandon don't look like he knows which end of the pole to throw in the
no,
water, man.
He goes out to Lake Erie on charters and fishes.
I just took my supervisor, my mom, my fiance, all of us just went out on Lake Erie about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, mom got seasick, so we had to come in though.
Yeah, he was the last time he was on a boat out there, they went all the way to the border of Canada.
We was right close where we went. Our captain took us, we could see the shoreline and stuff. You know, we was doing pretty good then we had to come in. But I got a sailboat. I got a little sailboat.
What?
And I got a little boat.
No, you serious. He got a boat. He got a nice
I got a little boat too, a little longer than this table.
Yeah.
I pick up and throw it in the back of my pickup and go.
Wow, man, that is awesome, man.
That's my peace, man. That's when I can go and just get my mind right on that fishing bank.
That's awesome, man. Me, it's camping.
Yeah.
I like to camp, man. I'm not much of I don't mind fishing, but you know, you gotta like to touch the worms and the fish and gut them and clean them.
Somebody don't like
fishing.
I ain't gonna point that at my fiance, but but yeah, we was talking on the way up here. We go horseback riding too.
Come on, man.
Yeah, so we about to this spring we gonna do a cowboy cookout at this little ranch we got and take a bunch of family and friends there. And
so we just got back. We went on a field trip. My wife and I. We went to Montana, and we did a cowboy cookout. Yeah. They put us on the horsebacks. We went riding all the way up to the mountains, and they waited for us. There's a whole cowboy. Yeah. They cooked the steaks on top of the mountain, and we ride back down. And it was, you know, I had on some hiking boots, and so my boot got stuck in the stirrup. I'm trying to get off, and this horse is probably good, you know, I don't know how many hands, I know it's bigger than me, and I'm stuck, and I'm like, and my wife, she's laughing, so she's taking pictures of me, you know, dangling on this horse.
So, we do the whole hat and everything around. I got a lot on, you know, 4 or 5 cowboy hats. My fiance got a few. We got cowboy boots.
Oh yeah,
belts.
we got the cowboy
dress
hats.
Up and we go.
That's good. Well, you know what? We need to talk some more because we actually, my daughter who you met, Bria, we had a couple horses. She was riding since she's 5,
Yeah.
And so we had her an Arabian, and we had a Tennessee Walker. We don't own no horses anymore. You know, they're
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. You can't go nowhere, you know.
No.
And this. So I'm not the cowboy. I'm the guy who cleans out the stalls. That's me.
You Festus.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
That's it. I'm festive, man. I'm gonna clean the stalls out. But you know, but with horses and little girls, man, if you do some study and some research, little girls that are raised with horses grow up to become strong women. They don't marry knuckleheads.
Oh.
They don't get around the drugs and alcohol. They're looking, you know, if they once they in a relationship with a horse, that character that builds up within them, you know, they you know.
Yeah, that's our granddaughter, Lulu. We took her first time on a horse. She was scared. She's like, Papa. I said, no. I said, put your hand on him, feel him.
Yeah.
She said, he feels so strong. I said, Pa, I said, respect him.
Yeah.
Now just climb on him and just show him who's the boss.
Yeah.
And she did very, very well. She was young too, what, 14? Maybe 14, 15.
That is awesome.
But,
So you go fishing, you're horseback riding, you're a
Yeah.
cowboy in disguise.
man, I don't even be in disguise, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, we hang out with the family. We do a lot of cookouts and parties, and we take the grandkids and we go sledding and everything, you know.
Let me ask you this. So when you came home, what was the biggest challenge you had to face to really adapt back into society? Because 26 years is a long time.
Humbling myself, accepting things from people, accepting help from them. Because I was so used to just doing everything on my own. And a lot of times it was the wrong way. So for my sister and my mother and different people, for them to help me and give me stuff, you know, something as simple as a hygiene bag. I'm like, I can get it. I couldn't. It's like I just came home. It's like, you know. And
You got no money and somebody's offering you some arm deodorant and you're like, no, I get this.
Yeah.
How you going to get it? You ain't got $1.
Yeah. You know, my brother gave me a little piece of a car. I can't remember what a Toyota Corolla or something he gave me. And, you know, I mean, but it got me back and forth to work.
Yeah.
You know, and now I don't even know how many vehicles.
You know, we were just talking about that today, me and a guy that works here, Stephen Roberts, about how men in our own machismo, and it can blind us so much in our own prideful that we don't want to ask somebody for help. Yeah, we know we need help. I ain't got no money. I can't even buy my own underwear, right? And yet somebody's offering help. No, man, I got this.
Yeah.
We're our worst enemy at that moment in time.
I've gotten better at it. Even though it's been 6 years, it's times where my fiance tell me, stop. You're going to accept this. And I'll be like, no, I can get it. I got it. And I'll be like, okay, all right. You know, and I just humble myself and, you know, and take the help.
And let people bless you.
Yes.
Because it's not a charity. They're blessing you. And I tell you what, and the principle is when people bless you, they're going to get blessed. But when we block that opportunity for them to get blessed, we don't even know that we're doing that. We're blocking others from receiving their blessing because we don't let them bless us.
Yes.
And so when you have that mindset, because you don't know what's going to come around for them, people are blessing. That's how it works, right? We know the saying, what comes around, what?
Goes around.
So when we bless others, guess what? We're going to get blessed. When we're ugly to people, people are going to be ugly to us.
Yes.
Yeah, so cut that out. When people want to bless you, let them bless you.
That's been a struggle for me, but I'm making through it.
Dear son, it's been hard these last few years, watching you grow up without me in the picture. Never taking the time to find out how you were or what was going on in your life. You're just a boy, I thought. You don't need me. I didn't need my dad. He was never around, I told myself. But I was wrong, son. I'm supposed to be a grown man. I was selfish. I was stupid. I was thinking of me, not you. If I could go back, son, and change things, I would. It's taken me all this time being selfish to finally grow up and realize I need to be a responsible man. That's what I finally learned, not from prison, but the TYRO program. It's all about becoming a better, stronger man. Wish I would have gotten it sooner. Everything looks different to me now. I'm a changed person. I know I need to be there for you now. It's not about me anymore. It's not about being cool. It's not about who I run with. It's about Mom. It's about you. It's about being a better man, learning something new in my life. It's about being a TYRO, a man worth following. I'm your dad. You're my son, and I love you. I am a TYRO. I'm a TYRO. Dad.
If you think you have what it takes to be a TYRO or just want to know more, contact your local Ridge Project facilitator or your caseworker.
All right. What role did family and friends of your support network play in your journey since you've been home? What role have they been? You didn't have a license. You've been gone 26 years. How did they rally around and help you get your license? You said your brother got you your car.
My brother got me my first car when I came home. Then he traveled from Canton to Columbus for me to take my driving test.
Come on, man.
And I failed it. And he drove back down again for me to take it the second time.
And you passed it.
No, I failed it.
Oh, man.
Then he drove down the third time.
Come on.
And I got it the third time.
Man, strike one, strike two, but third time, boom, grand slam.
Grand slam.
Man, but look at that. He didn't give up on you.
No, he didn't.
Isn't that huge?
That's my baby brother. He's younger than he 8 years younger than me, But he did that. My sister, same thing. She's traveling down that highway coming. I was in the group home when I first came home, so she come to visit me, bring me little care packages and stuff, and there was a big support.
Yeah, we owe our families a lot, don't we?
Oh, yes.
We owe our families a lot. My mama and my dad, they're still with us, and they retired. They live in Florida. But man, I tell you what, Mom, I could count on Mom. When she would send me money on my books, and then I fell in love with reading, and I'd say, Mom, don't send me no money. Order me this book. And so she was like, well, you don't need no money? Well, no, because I know you're strapped. You guys are strapped. I'd rather get this book because you've sent me some money. I'm just going to waste it. But this book will last forever. What's in this book that I want, that I need, that knowledge will help me longer than that $20 you sent me.
Yeah.
And so my mom said, okay, but she was able to still send me a food box. My wife, I did the 15 years. I've been married now. 36 years of those.
Congratulations.
Thank you, and my wife came to visit me. Did you get a lot of visits, or how did that work for you?
Man. Visits. Like first, I don't know, 14, 15 years, Mom was coming down there like constantly every 2 weeks or whatever. Yeah. She there. She got a little older, she had a bout with cancer.
Okay.
She beat that. Then the visit started slowing up. And I had to call her and tell her, like, hey, I know you're getting tired.
Yeah,
I know you got me. I look the same. Like, I'll take a picture every now and then and show it to you. Like, you ain't got to come. She like, you sure? I'm like, yes, I'm sure. And we had the same talk about her sending me money. I'm like, Mom, I got this. I put myself here. I said, I got this. So they got a thing called OPI.
Yeah.
So I go to work. Make money.
Yeah, I worked OPI.
Yeah. So that was a battle because they like, oh, you can't tell your mom what to do with her money. I'm like, but I'm good. I did this to myself. I said, I'm going to take care of myself. But then I accepted it. I said, okay, Mom,
Yeah.
But family was important. I had an aunt, my Aunt Marshall. She passed now, but she took care of me.
Is your mom still with you?
Yes, she and Ken just as feisty. Now her and my fiance, Deborah, they like my biggest supporters.
Yeah.
They team up on me and keep me on that straight and narrow.
So did you know your dad? Was your dad in the picture?
Yeah. Yeah, he in Springfield.
Oh, he in Springfield now? Okay.
Yeah, he in Springfield.
Springfield, Ohio.
Man, bugs me every time I call him about, I need you to come down here and dig this ditch from the house to the garage, put a line in.
Oh, man.
But I try to get down there as much as I can to see him. It's just,
man.
I'll be working 10, 12-hour days.
Wow, that's good, though. But, man, look at that. We were working for 18 cents. What was that, 18 cents an hour?
Yeah.
Is that what they're paying us in OPI?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
So,
I mean, I used to, my people were migrant workers, and we made more picking tomatoes than we did at OPI.
Yeah.
You know, you got to work fast. That's like OPI. You know, they didn't pay us piece rate. Right? They didn't pay us by the shirts, by the sewing.
No.
I worked at OPI. We made the blue shirts, the sheets, the jackets.
I made the shoes. Then I became a mechanic for the print shop and the whole complex.
Wow.
And that's when I met the correctional officer who told me, hey, you want to be out before you're 50.
What prison was that? Lucasville, right?
Lucasville.
Yeah, so you worked at E-Complex?
Yes.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
worked at E-Complex. I was in maintenance.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was only there 7 months, man. I was, whew,
Yeah.
I got out before the riot happened.
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah, it was tough back then, man.
Yeah.
But you look good. You look good. Let me
Thank you.
see. What advice would you give someone currently incarcerated whose dreams of turning their life around? What would you say to them if they're still locked up, man, and they're trying to figure it out? What advice would you give somebody about who's dreaming about turning their life around, but just hasn't made that commitment?
You got to jump in it. You can't be in it with one foot. You got to put both feet in.
Put both feet in.
And education. Start with saying, I got to get all the knowledge that I can get from in here to secure jobs, to help me with housing. Just start with that. And you need a support team. So whatever lady, whatever man, whoever it is that's writing you, that's coming to see you, sit down in the visit room, talk to them about this. Tell them this is what I want to do. This is where I want to go. You know, if you got a bad reputation in the city you're from, relocate. Relocate, even if you have to do it by yourself. You know, but get your support team together first, and then just get on them lists in the prison and start investigating what different programs is what and what they got to offer, what you think. Even if you don't think it can help you, take it anyway, because you'll be surprised at what it will do for you. But you got to have an open mind. You can't be thinking old ways like, oh man, no. You got to say, okay, I'm going to listen to this. All right, let me try this.
Become that student.
Yeah.
Be that student.
Change the way you walk. You know, I had a walk that everyone be like, oh man, you walk so cool. It's like every now and then you'll see that walk now. When I was now, maybe every 3 or 4 months, you might see a little bit of it. Be like, what? But I changed the way I walk.
Yeah, you got to check yourself, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Talking to guys, they would be upset with me when I was incarcerated because I didn't want to play softball. I didn't want to play handball. I loved handball, but I wasn't doing my time playing handball. You know, in the Latino world, it's handball and softball. You know, we didn't live in the basketball court. Now you got some Latinos that play basketball, but you know, most of us played handball and softball and maybe a lot of dominoes. Everybody's playing dominoes. But they would say, come on, man. I said, no, man, you want to kick it with me? We're in the law library. We're going to read. We're going to write. I got to figure this out, man. My family's counting on me that I never come back again. You know, and you got to make sure you're walking with people who are like-minded.
Yeah.
Right. So how did you find and navigate through that to making sure you were not surrounding yourself with people who are always trying to hustle, but trying to grow?
I have friends in there. I have friends locked up with me who I grew up with since 3, 4 years old. And I just stuck on what I stuck on. It's like if they sitting there and they doing something, I don't do that. If they didn't hear it, I say it a little more aggressive. And after me doing that, they just start saying, come on, y'all, let's go over here. Hey, Jerry, we get with you. Hey, we about to go do this. Like, all right, I'm gonna holler at y'all.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
When they say, hey, Jerry, why you hollering at that officer? Why you hollering at the police? Like, because he like NASCAR and I like NASCAR. You like NASCAR? No, okay, then don't worry about what I'm doing. I got this lane.
Yeah.
You know, and I walked my life. It's like I spoke to everybody in the prison.
Yeah.
No matter who they were, I spoke to them. They knew me. I became that person that if you want to get in a program, you want to get into school, go holler at Griff. Because I would go to the administration and say, hey, he wants this. He asked me.
Yeah.
I'm asking you, put him in school.
Wow.
Let's see what he do. If he don't do right, come get me. I'll take him out.
Look how you became that champion from a detriment, from a liability, right, to a menace, to now where you're a champion in saving other people's lives.
Yeah.
And pointing them, look, you want to become successful in this environment? I'm going to put you on that path. And I'm going to encourage you to walk it out.
It was working for me. So when they asked for help,
and now
tried.
Today, I want to congratulate you on getting your job, working on your CDL, being engaged, being the dad, being the grandfather, being the great-grandfather that you knew that was always within you. And now today, you're a TYRO, a man of honor, somebody worth following, somebody the society can look to for answers and with respect because you worked for it. You've earned it. You didn't take it. You earned it. I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you, Jerry, that you drove a long way to be with us today. And I want to thank you for coming, you and your fiance. And I want to have you back on the show later in the season, maybe in this year, but maybe come to you.
Yeah.
Right. We come to you in Columbus, Ohio.
Yes.
And I got some ideas I want to run by you. I want to take you back in the walls. Are you willing to go back in the walls and speak?
Yes. I've been talking about that. That's definitely something I want to do.
Well, we got some favor that we can do we do TYRO talks.
Okay.
And we go in the gates and we share our testimony. We share what does it mean to be a true successful man of honor, man of good character. And you exemplify that. And you encourage me, you bless me, and thank you so much, Jerry, for being part of TYRO TV today.
Oh,
all
TYRO
right?
always for life.
TYRO's for life.
Yes.
All right, everybody listen. My name is Ron Tijerina. Always remember that I am celebrating you.
Oh, man.
He'll fix that. He'll fix the camera.
Man, this
That's a real sore, man.
Yeah, it is, ain't it?
So, TYRO is a Latin word which means apprentice, novice, someone learning something new, a warrior. And the sword, the word of God talks about that. It is sharper than any two-edged sword. In other words, it cuts on one side, but it also heals. The word will cut and the word would heal. And so we as knights, right? You're a knight. You're a TYRO knight. Fighting for your legacy, fighting for your family. And that's it right there.